Hey everyone, I'm going to show you the drive round a village called Raykova, Mogila, which we've not sold any houses in yet. We've been looking there quite a few times, we've seen a few lovely places, but never quite right, or never at the right price. But I've got an amazing place today that I'm photographing, and I figured that as I'm on my way there, I'm going to show you a little bit of the drive round. It's just so beautiful. There's a really lovely lake down here. There's actually an old runway over there on top of the hill, which isn't used anymore as far as I know. And it's hazy today, but you can see the Raykova mountains there in the south. They're really close, and they actually look a lot bigger than they are in real life than they do on the screen. It's a beautiful location. It's super wild around here, but you're only 14 kilometers to Stalingrad, which is really close. It's not a bad road. It's, you know, it's a little bit bumpy, as you can probably see, but it's not terrible. It's not full of like massive potholes or anything like that. There's a fair bit of farmland around here. They grow all kinds of stuff, from wheat to tobacco to melons. There's a few orchards, there's lots of vineyards, but there's also a lot of wild land left, which I really love. We are very close to the Turkish border up this way. I mean, we're also very close to the Greek border, but probably slightly closer to the Turkish. Although you're going to have to drive, you know, to legally cross it, you'd have to drive down to Stalingrad and then get onto the motorway. So you're probably like a 20-minute drive or something like that, and probably something similar to get to Greece. So very close. I mean, actually, if you could see the mountains there on the right hand side of the screen, right at the very left, I mean, I can actually see into Greece from where I am now. That's what I'm seeing, and where the mountains dip down, this is where the Raykova mountains end, if you like. I think that road on my left right there takes you up towards the runway. But yeah, what I'm looking at, I mean, actually this is going to be an interesting point here. As far as I can see to the left, I'm looking into Turkey, and as far as I can see on the right, behind these trees now, I'm looking into Greece. And this is the village of Raykova, Mogila. I should have looked this up before I said anything. Raykova, I think, means something like, oh no, I'm going to mess it up, so I'm not going to say. There's a rice ski. I'm wondering if Raykova is the same thing. I don't know. I'm not going to attempt a Bulgarian language lesson in this video. Anyway, we're coming up to it now. There's some fire going on down there. I hope that's not someone's house. It looks like maybe it's on a farm. It's a very small little village. I don't know the population, but I would say it's definitely under 100. It could be somewhere around 40 or 50, I would guess. It's going to be a very quick video, and that was why I was quite happy to start it a little bit further out before we came in. See, we've got farms on the left and farms on the right, which is pretty common. Big kind of factory building up there on the right. Could have been some kind of government building, I suspect, back in the day. Yeah, it's just a lovely little spot. If you carry on the way that I've just come from the village of Levka, and you drive through another village called Mustrak, and then you get here, and then if I carry on down along this road, it takes me to another village called Dimitrovci, and then into Stalingrad. And you can turn off left up here as well, and it takes you up to another village called Shtit, and that's a lovely place. We go up there just to go for lunch and go for drinks. There's a great restaurant. Quite a few border police stay up that way in a guest house. I think I'm just going to drive all the way through here towards the end of the village, hoping this dog gets out of the way. And then I'll go and show you up there, but that is pretty much it. There's not much to show you. I don't think there's a village shop here. I could be wrong, but I don't think I've ever seen one. But yeah, like I said, you're only 13, 14 kilometers to get to Stalingrad, so it really doesn't matter. And you follow along this road, you can see you've got beautiful pine forests up there on the hill. Got some almond orchards up there as well. It's just a lovely little village. It's got sort of more, it reminds me more of the sort of villages where where I come from in the southwest of England, Wales, somewhere around there. It reminds me of like a very small village like that. I think it's the way it kind of this is interesting. I wonder what's going on here with these bottles in the road. Someone's obviously doing something, and that's it really. That is pretty much it. I wonder what all the bottles in the road are. It's like they're marking it out ready to do a repair, I guess. And that's the thing with these roads, they, as you see, like, you know, they are a bit bumpy. They do get repaired nearly every year, but they just don't really do like a great job of it. It only lasts about a year or two, and then you're going to have to do it again. Or maybe that's what they're doing. They're marking it off, ready to start a repair. That's all I can think of. There's some beautiful houses here. That one up there looks beautifully renovated, nicely rendered, nice roof. Let's go up here and have a look round. I've got a wood burner and some flue pipes in the back of the Jeep today. I'm going to go and put them in a friend of mine's house who's coming over for a week or two. Not got any heating, so that's what you can hear squeaking about in the back of my car. Just saying, it's such a quiet small village. Actually seeing a surprising amount of people. As I say, it's a beautiful day. It's really beautiful. It's really warm. I'm wearing a t-shirt right now. We're in, what are we in? The end of November, and there's not a cloud in the sky. It said it was going to get about 17 or 18 degrees today. I'm wearing a t-shirt and I've got the windows down, otherwise it's too warm in the car for me to be sat here. You can see the village kind of sprawls up into the hills there. Maybe 40, 50 was an underestimate. Maybe it could be closer towards 100, but I would say definitely no more than 100. Okay, there's a tiny little magazine, it's the Bulgarian word, tiny little shop there behind me. Looks like you can probably go and get a coffee and a beer there. I've not been down this road before, so I didn't know that was there. So that's good to know. You've got a little village shop. At least you can go and get a drink, probably buy some water if you want to do something like that. Oh, here we go. Okay, sorry, I should have really worked this out, but here we are at the centre now. You've got a proper little shop here. People sat outside having coffees, and then there's the village church. It must have been closed last time I came. You've got the little centre down here on the right. You've got the village park. There's some slides, and looks like there was some swings once upon a time. Mayor's office. Yeah, it's all nice. These guys here with the hunting dogs, probably. That's quite common at the weekend, is for men to get together, go out into the woods, shooting rabbits or partridges. I think the idea is to go for wild boar, but I think that's a pretty infrequent occurrence that you actually get a wild pig. But there are wolves and jackals not far from here. Another beautifully renovated house up here on the right, really nicely done, and on the left there's some beautiful houses around. Anyway, that's pretty much all I've got to show you. I've been going on long enough, I think, so I'm going to call it a day. But as always, thanks for watching. Thanks for taking the time. I do always appreciate it. And if you've got any questions, you can leave us a comment down below. You can get in touch via our website or our Facebook page, and the link is in the description. We're Alternative Living Bulgaria on Facebook, Alternative Living Bulgaria at gmail.com, and alternativeliving.com, alternativeliving.bulgaria.com, sorry, for our website, and you can find our phone number there if you want to get in touch. Yeah, as I said, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you again soon in the next video.